What's up guys? In this video we're gonna go through 10 of the most common problems that you'll face as an RX-8 owner. Some of these problems are easy and cheap to fix, but some others you'll learn that are quite expensive. Let's start with the legendary fogging or condensation in your taillights and also headlights. This affects the Series 1 and Series 2 RX-8, and the reason for the condensation are poorly made gaskets. Simply put, the gasket wears out pretty fast through time. And along with that, there is also the fact that rain from your trunk goes into a canal and runs constantly on the top of your taillights, thus wearing out the gasket even faster. A simple fix is to buy a new gasket and make sure that the inside and outside of the taillight is bone dry. After that, seal it with some kind of silicone. It should cost you around €5. I'll post a link to a video that shows you exactly how to do it. If you're wondering, the Series 2 gaskets do not fit the Series 1 and vice versa. Moving up to number 2, a worn-out armrest lid that doesn't close properly. This is one of the first things that I've replaced on my RX-8 because it was bugging the hell out of me. The issue is that the armrest lid wears out and stops locking in place. And also, the armrest cover is too weak and cheaply made to support your body weight when leaning on it. And if you do so, you'll hear the plastic crack. Replacing the armrest console lid will cost you around €100, but is extremely easy to replace. You can check out my replacement video by clicking here. At number 3, we have a weak ignition. So besides the plugs and wires, we have the weak starter engine. The starter engine of the Series 1 is known to be as good as chlamydia, and therefore it belongs in the same place. So replacing your original Series 1 starter with a 2 kW aftermarket one is the perfect solution. There is no need to pay €300 for a new one. I bought mine for around €100 and it works perfectly. I'll post a link in the description where you can buy this upgraded starter. The replacement is relatively simple and you can do it yourself by checking out this video here. Moving up to number 4, premature catalytic converter wear. The RX-8 has a lot going on, especially when it comes to the exhaust. And if you're experiencing reduced engine performance, bad emission or a check engine light, it's probably time to check the state of your cat. So finding out your cat is clogged or worn out is nothing new. Take note that if you choose to premix, you'll potentially shorten the life of your catalytic converter, but that can be fixed by removing your cat and replace it with a decat. Replacing it is either cheap or expensive. If you want to go OEM and pay €1,500, go ahead, but I suggest you buy an aftermarket one from eBay for around €250. I replaced mine with one from eBay and after 2 years it works perfectly. The installation is a bit tricky, so if you don't have time to hustle under the car, get it replaced by a mechanic. At number 5, similar to number 4, we have the failing O2 sensors, especially the rear one. Bad O2 sensors will cause bad fuel economy and you won't be able to pass emissions. The cost is around €100 for a quality O2 sensor. The cost for both should be around €200. I suggest you leave the installation to a mechanic. Number 6, worn out or broken sun visors. Badly made sun visors were a fault from the factory, and it was covered under warranty for a period of time, but today the issue still remains. It is mainly caused by excess heat in the car during hot summer temperatures, which soften the plastic. The cost to replace both sun visors is around €130 for new ones, and around €80 for used ones. The replacement is very easy and you can do it yourself. At number 7, we have the biggest problem of the rotary engine, the apex seal wear. The apex seals the gap between the rotor and the housing, and with time, this seal wears out or breaks, causing the car to lose compression and your engine stops working. The main issue revolves around the Series 1 RX-8, simply because the surface where the rotor rotates is not getting enough lubrication, and this speeds up the wear of the apex seal. The issue was fixed in the Series 2, which has resulted in a prolonged life of the apex seals. You can also prolong the life of your apex seals in your Series 1 by premixing, which is when you add a little bit of 2-stroke oil to your fuel. I'll post a link in the description where you can get the right premixing oil for the rotary engine. I'll also post a link to the video that shows you how to premix. The cost of replacing your apex seals should be between €800 and €2,000, and it has to be done by a specialized mechanic. Next up, we have carbon buildup under number 8. Carbon mostly builds up if you drive your engine at low RPM, and also because the oil injectors direct most of the oil towards the sides of the rotors. Carbon buildup can lead to unstable combustion, and seals can get stuck down in their grooves, and carbon holding seals could lead to low compression and later to the death of your engine. But fear not, because there are easy and cheap ways to prevent this. One method is to regularly rev your engine to 9000 RPM. The other one is using SeaFoam to clear carbon deposits. But bear in mind that decarbing the engine with the cat still in place removes plenty of remaining lifespan from the cat. If you don't have a mid-pipe, then it's recommended that you remove or disconnect your cat, especially if you are doing it regularly. You can SeaFoam the car by yourself for around 15 bucks. I'll post a link in the description when you can buy SeaFoam to decarb your RX-8. And also you can click here to check out the video on how to do it. Number 9. A faulty airbag. The recall of 2015 and 2016 affected all RX-8 models from 2003 to 2012. The issue involves the defective inflator and propellant devices that may deploy improperly in the event of a crash, shooting metal fragments into the vehicle occupants. I personally received a letter urging to go to my nearest Mazda dealer and have the airbag replaced, for free. So if you know nothing of this, head to your Mazda dealer and check if your airbag has been replaced. And closing the video up with number 10, a faulty fuel pump and suspension. The recall is limited to 2004 Mazda RX-8 vehicles built between April 10, 2003 and May 6, 2004. Mazda will mail recall notices to owners of those vehicles by July 31, 2017, asking them to take their cars to a Mazda dealership for repair. The fix will involve replacing the RX-8's left and right front lower control arm and will be carried out for free. And there you have it, 10 mistakes that make the Mazda RX-8 the talk of the town. But as you've seen, everything is manageable if you know what you're doing with your RX-8. But if you don't know what you're doing, I suggest you check out my videos on 10 mistakes that new Mazda RX-8 owners make. If you haven't seen that video yet, you can check it out by clicking here. So if you don't want to miss the buttload of future mods from my Mazda RX-8 alongside many tips and tricks, I suggest you hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.